Hey, what's up, everybody? As y'all can see, I done messed up real bad. This shit right here is action figure abuse. Don't do this shit at home. Let's go over these figures right now. First figure on the list is Palace Guard Michelangelo. And with all these turtles, I got a whole tutorial video on how I did it start to finish, so I'm not gonna really waste too much time on them. But as y'all can see, with all these figures that I'm gonna go over, my goal for each one is to try to make it look like I bought that shit like that. I'm not trying to make it look like a custom. I want to make it look like it came from the store. And I think I hit it on the mark with these turtles right here. This one looks good. Right here we got Sunman Raphael. The same shit as all the other ones. I used the Palace Guard Buck, you know what I'm saying, for the body. I took the wrestlers' knee pads, elbow pads. I go over all that shit in that video. You watch it there. As y'all can see, everything pulled together real nice. We got Man-at-Arms Donatello at number 3. This one right here, I had to color all their different pieces of armor in. That's a pain in the ass. I ain't gonna hold you. That staff, I love how that shit came out. I had to wear the helmet down a little bit on the inside. That Dremel is your best friend. Right here we got number 4, Heman Leonardo. And this is my favorite out of all the turtles. He just looks badass to me. This was the first one I made, matter of fact. I love it. This one came out great with the shell on the back. Real easy to do. Right here we got Antonio Raphael. This one I just wanted to make something a little bit different. Try to incorporate the Motu line more with the TMNT. And this just seemed like the best way to do it. He looks badass. I colored in the eyeballs, you know what I'm saying? Had to make them white. The head I had to color black. Same thing with the feet. Same thing with the hands. But it ain't shit. Real easy. Next up we got Faker Michelangelo. Another one that I wanted to mix together with, you know what I'm saying, the TMNT. And this one was a perfect fit. I tried to get a lot of that gloss out the face. Because that head right there, same thing with Raphael. That was one of the cartoon heads I had to color in. All you really need is some matte spray. That'll fix that right up. Number 7, we got Slash. I love how this came out. I stripped that body down, took everything that I could, and that's something that you're going to see that I do a lot. Once you get a figure, try to strip down all them accessories that you can to make that shit look right. And I tried it, I'm saying, incorporate different colors that would match good with him as far as the sleeves I got on him. The same thing with the feet. With all the extra accessories this came with, he definitely stands out. Number 8, we got Metalhead. This figure, I mixed him up with a Horde Trooper. I took the, we just gonna call it the underwear part. I took that from Rey Mysterio. That worked out real nice. Same thing with the torso. I just had to take the paint off it. Right here, as you can see, I took them accessories and I put it on where I could over the body. The feet went on there pretty good. I get a better look once we get to the back. Right there, I was able to slip right there. The little sleeves on it. That shit came out good. Right here, I was able to keep everything intact on the back of the body. You can see right in there, there's a blank space. You see in there? But it's still in the peg in the foot, and the shit still works, and he's real sturdy with them feet. Other than that, I got his armbands. You can see they came on nice and neat on the Horde arm. It was a perfect fit. Love that one. Right here, we got Splitter. This one I took right there on the feet. That was a Slamurai. I colored it in and made it match right there with his feet. You go up a little bit closer, I got Grizzlor's body. I took his arms, put the hands from him, the neck right there. Splinter's got a different neck. If you own the figure, you know what I'm talking about. But I made that shit, I glued it on top of the existing neck. And that shit worked perfect. I couldn't even tell. The hair blends everything in real nice. Right here on the back of the body, you can see I had to cut open the sleeves right there a little bit more. I couldn't help it. I tried to be as delicate as I could, but it don't matter. He's strong. Right there, you can see I plugged in the tail. Right there in the back of the butt. The shit works perfect. Came out real good. Right here, we got Mondo Gecko. His husky-ass version. Oh my goodness, this one was a challenge. I ended up having to use the underwear part from the neck and figure, but luckily the Motu legs worked right up in it, and so did the top part of the torso. You can see I tried to color match everything up as far as the elbow pads, knee pads. I used Slammerai's top part of the feet for the, replicate socks on him. It came out good on the back. Tail still worked out. I ended up using that Palace Guard chest just because he had, some green in the body. The dark green with the light. You can tell right there on the back of the neck. That shit blend real good. I'm proud of that one. Right here at number 11, we got Ace Duck. And this is a quieter husky duck. You can see I colored in the Stratos top body yellow. I probably could have did another coat on him. I only did one. I put the hands on there, the feet on the Brian Watt pants. You know what I'm saying? That shit worked out real good. Right here, working our way up. I got the jacket on him. I had to squeeze it on real tight. I cut down the tail. I had to Dremel it down so it's nice and flat. I glued it to his butt. I put two holes in the back to be able to put them the pegs for the wings in there. And the wings, they work. They go up, they go down, real easy. He came out good. Up next, Usagi Ojimbo, a favorite of a lot of people. This one I ended up using that. There was a Slammerai. I colored in the same vest, the same color. And I ended up slicing off the little cookie things to put them on the vest. I ended up taking Usagi's arms off the neck and figure. I put that on the Motu arms. It helps complete it a little bit better. I colored in the arms. They were Slammerai's arms. Ultimate Warrior's bottom part of the feet. Colored that part in black to be able to put Usagi's feet on there. Other than that shit, I had to draw the lines on the vest to be able to keep it matching. Right there, you see I put one of them cookies on the back, like how he had it on the vest. I took all his accessories that I could. He actually came with a lot of shit. I'm only showing you a little bit of his shit. But I like this one. He came out real good. Right here, we got the Rat King. This one, this is I just try to make a little quick one. I gave him that Mankind outfit, turned it inside out, put one of them little vintage things on the arm. The wrist gauntlets, I colored in brown. They came from Goldberg. Came out good. I needed a male buck. One of the wrestling bodies. Always look out for them wrestling bodies, especially if you find a lot right there on eBay or something. And look, he's got his rat. Where people said, oh, Rat King ain't got no rat. There's the rat right there. Up next, we got Casey Jones. And yes, I had to give his ass some Daisy Dukes. That's how the Motu people roll, you know what I mean? Casey Jones, he's a man's man. He can rock out just like how Heman rocks his shit. I ended up giving him that Palace Guard armor, colored it in to try to match it how the figure was, you know what I mean? Gave him them sleeves right there. That's from the Ultimate Warrior. I colored him in white. Backpack, I gave him a couple straps. I gave him some Palace Guard thing weapon on the back. He's got all his other weapons. He's ready to bust some skulls. I like that one. At number 15, we got the Super Shredder. And I really like how this one came out. I stripped that body down with the accessories as much as I could. So basically, it was just some gauntlets, and I used John Cena's arms. I colored in the gauntlet part black. I colored in the torso purple. Same thing with the strap part, the belt. That came from, it was a Skeletor, of course. Right there, you seen the boots. I just glued the top part on the black boot. Back there, right there on the cape, it drapes real nice. I colored in the top part silver on them spikes just to give a little bit more accent. Right here at number 16, we got Krang. And this was one that I didn't even think I could do. I ended up having to get 3 different Krang figures. The one Krang, I used his head. The NECA figure one, I used some straps. And then I ended up getting the short version of the finished one. And I had to use my Dremel to Dremel that bitch right out the body. That shit was no joke. But I got it nice and neat. I'm a bad man pajama when it comes to using that Dremel. Right there around the ankles, that came from a Captain Cold figure. For those of y'all that can't tell, I had to use the Andre the Giant buck to make the body. Right here on the back, you can see I had to cut down the torso to make it fit on top. There's a little gap right there, but you can't see that shit if you ain't really looking at it. Other than that, shit, I seen the leaks, and I think I did a damn good job on getting this figure to make it look like how it'll probably look when it comes out next year. Now we're gonna move on to people on TV, and we got the Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso. This one right here, I ended up using the bottom part that I had from my Ryu figure, which I ended up losing, or he would have been in this video. That head sculpt, I got that, it was a group of 3 figures off of BBTS. It worked out real good. I took the bottom part off of his jacket and I glued it on right there to the Slamurai thing right there. You can see how it makes it look together, because you know Slamurai shit ain't that long. But I made it work. Colored in the belt. Used the wrestling body to make that shit work. Just so there ain't no wrist gauntlets. It looks good. Right here we got Cobra Kai, Johnny Lawrence. And I used Ninja's vest. And I glued the bottom part of Johnny's shirt on top of that. The shit looked real good. You just gotta cut it down and make it work. He's got them Stratos feet. The Brian Watt pants, I color the bottom part black. Regular black legs on the top part. Right here, you can see everything came out good from the front. Real easy, basic figure. You can see right there on the back that thing came together. Nice and neat, gluing it up. Other than that, there's a couple blemishes right there. That was action figure abuse. At number 19, Cobra Kai, John Kreese. This was the last BBTS figure in that 3-pack. And right here, I ended up using the T2 vest right there on the body, only because the Fiend one that I had, I use it for another figure. I try to keep it on Mattel when I can. Other than that's an easy figure. Basic black pants. Right here, I kept him on the little stand that it came with, just because I like the logo. That shit looks hot. Up next, we got Breaking Bad Walter White. And this figure, I bought it off of eBay just to be able to get that head. And I had to chop that shit right off the body because that figure had 0 articulation. This shit was drawn, but it came with a lot of accessories. He got that duffel bag of money. I'm not sure if it came with that gun. But right there from the back, I took one of the jackets from the WWE figures, cut that bitch down. I gave him the rock pants, ordered the shirt off of Etsy. That was it. We got Breaking Bad, Slave Jesse Pinkman. And this figure, he came with the other one, because I bought it in a set off of eBay. So I figured I'd make him to the slave version. Gave him that Mankind shirt. Cut that head off. That shit, that was a challenge. Because there ain't nothing I'm saying to work with. I just gotta be careful. The pants right there, they came from eBay. Came with a set that had a hoodie that I ended up using for flip art. But other than that, you can see cutting off the neck, I accidentally drembled that mark. Shit happens. But I'm actually happy that I got the neck off of that body. At number 22, we got Back to the Future, Doc Brown. Now this hustling motherfucker right here, this is one of the figures that I'm going to be giving away after tomorrow when I do the channel members giveaway. They going to get his ass. I ended up stripping down the Back to the Future NECA figure as much as I could. I took his watches, put it on there. Super glue is my prime go-to when I glue shit together. Love it. The heads, I had to work down the necks real good. You know what I mean? Make that shit fit in there as you can see. I'll do it all with the Dremel. Work the hole. You just take your time with it. You don't want to rush it. The jacket, I had to cut it down a tiny bit and squeeze it on there because his back is way bigger than the other figures. Up next, we got Marty McFly, and his ass is juiced to the gills, I tell you. He's so strong, his ass couldn't even fit the shoes. They was too small. I put the pockets off the one finger, I cut him off nice and neat, glued it on his pants. Right there, those are the John Cena shorts, you know what I'm saying? The jacket, I had to squeeze that motherfucker on there real hard. That shit was tight. Working our way to the back of the body. You can see right there, I tried my best to make the shoes work. I even got the hole in the bitch and everything, but they're too small. They could probably work for a Marvel Legends. Working my way up to the back, you can see I had to cut the jacket just a tiny bit right there because he's so swole. Working the neck to get the head on there, he's done. Right here we got Johnny Knoxville, the WWE wrestling version. I ended up taking regular, one of the wrestling boots, colored it in to kind of match it how he had his socks on the actual figure. Gave him the knee pads, worked my way up, colored in that to match how the figure was. Right there, that water slide, I went over that in my community post. I love that shit, came right off eBay. Up there with a seller on there. The body is a snout spout. I use a lot of snout spout bodies. And I worked down the arms. Other than that, the head went on pretty easy. No complaints there. Working our way to the back, you can see a better look at them boots. Color them in, he's got his cape on. That's it. Right here we got Master Roshi. We working into cartoon figures and just random figures now. I took the Master Roshi figure, put the feet on him, took the belt, put it on the Mankind pants. Working our way up, you can see I took one of the turtle shells from the NECA figures, and I took some string, and I just made that shit a backpack. Shit worked out good. I took the figure's hands, and I put it on his hands, gave more articulation. Right there on the back of the body, you can see that shit looks good. Looks legit to me. I had to do a little work with the head. Wasn't too bad. Same thing with the feet. Had to work that bitch, but it worked out. Right here we got Captain Bucky O'Hare. Y'all remember that shit, that cartoon? Oh, takes me back. I took the wrestling boots. I put them with his normal feet. I stripped down the figure as much as I could. I put the belt on him. Cut the yellow line up the chest. Ultimate Warrior sleeves. Colored them in yellow. Took his shoulder pads, put it on him. Worked out good for the most part. Right there, the head, I had to do a little bit of finagling. But I got it on there, and the face plates, you can still change them. Right here on the back, I had a Superman cape. I ended up cutting it down a little bit, putting that on the back. Right there on the back of the neck, you can see that collar didn't go all the way around. But as long as it looks good on the front, that's all that matters. He had Whiplash's arms. I ended up cutting down, you know what I'm saying, little extra pieces. It worked. Right here we got Dead-Eye Duck. Well, I might as well call him Sunman Dead-Eye Duck, but shit. I ended up taking Sunman's boots, and I put that right there at his feet. I took Sunman's arm, I colored him in all black. I took 2 holes, put it on each side, put them pegs in there. You can see, you know what I'm saying, as long as it's tight, this shit'll work all right. You know what I mean? I use a black permanent marker for coloring anything black. I highly recommend that. The best way to go, and then to get the shine out, you hit it with that spray, the matte spray, you know what I'm saying? And it worked out. Right here, I had to make sure the belt fit by cutting down pieces off of the Dead-Eye Duck body. This shit worked out good. All in all, I'm satisfied with the figure. I don't like making too many forearm figures just because, you know what I'm saying, it ain't as good as I want it to look, but it looks good enough. Right here we got Major Chip Hazard from the Small Soldiers movie. I've made them pants, I just colored them in myself. Did a little 3-tone army look right there. The vest I ordered from China. And right there with the torso and the arms, that came from Sergeant Slaughter. I had to color in the top part of the shirt, but that shit was green. Like I said, black permanent marker. That shit's your best friend. The head obviously came from the small soldier's figure. I had to cut that shit down. Luckily, I was able to get that shit to work. Working our way up. This vest right there, that shit's pretty nice. But from China, this shit was falling apart when I got it. Right there, you can see how I had to cut that neck down. I made it work. Trust me, folks, you can work magic with the necks. Right here, we got Guile. Now, he's got the same pants as the other one. I didn't get a chance to make two pants. Right there, I got the water slide for the tattoos. That chain right there, I ordered that off of eBay. Same thing, the figure. I bought that figure from China off of eBay just for the head. And I don't give a shit. I waste so many figures just for the head. Right there on the shirt, I had to color it in green because it was black, but it came out good. Right here, we got Blanca. This figure, I broke down that, you know, that brand that kind of looked like Heman figures that had like barely any articulation. I took that body and I cut the shit down that I needed off of it. Just like the hair, I trimmed it down, and that shit wasn't easy. You know what I mean? I had to make it nice and thin so it would, you know what I'm saying, bend to this body. I took the chest hair, right there, them John Cena shorts, colored that in brown. You can see that hair came out good. Right there, I need a little bit more matte spray to get that glue out. You know what I'm saying? If you ever glue anything on a figure and you got that white, you know what I'm saying, mark after mark, use the matte spray. It'll take that shit away. Right there, going to the back. Right there, the John Cena legs, I colored them in green. And I took the feet off of that figure. And I glued that bitch right there. It worked out pretty well. Palace Guard Buck, it looked good. Cable at number 31. God damn, this figure right here looks legit. I love how he came out. I think it was one of the Mezco figures, you know, the expensive ones. Yeah, I took that body and I broke it down. Took everything I could get off him, anything that could fit. You know what I'm saying? I had to stretch the top vest part real tight. And right here, I know the arms are backwards. It's supposed to be the other arm. It's supposed to be the metal arm. I don't give a shit. That's the only metal arm that the Motu people got. I made it work. I put all the straps right there on the back. You can see I stretched that bitch so tight that it was ripping. But super glue kept everything right in place. Super glue and the black markers, those are your best friends when making customs. Right here, Scarlet Spider. This was one that I was sitting on for a long time because I ended up ordering the ankle bracelets and the wrist gauntlet shit and the belt and the head. That all came from a pack off of eBay. And that shit took months, literally like 2.5 months to get to my ass. I had to wear down the gauntlets on the figure to put that shit on there. The shirt right there that came off of eBay came about a couple weeks. Right there though, the head, it was hollow. I was kind of pissed about that. I ended up having to put some tachiol in there. If you ever got some room in the head, put some tacky in that bitch. Right there on the belt, I had to make it work. I glued it right there to keep it around. Other than that, it's a good figure. I'm satisfied. Right here, we got Dr. Octopus. So basically, I took the Marvel Legends one, and I mixed him up with the King Hiss body. You know what I'm saying? That shit worked out real nice. Same thing with the arms and the vest right there, the top part of the vest that came from the King Randor 2000X. I just tried to color it in and cut it up similar to how the Doc Ock vest looked. Right here, when we're gonna work our way to the back, I want y'all to see that shit. Luckily, I was able to cut that shit off the back of the body on the Marvel Legends figure. And since the King Hiss body comes with like, it's just like a vest around it, it made it easy to glue that to that. And that's it. Very satisfied with how he came out. I love how he holds himself up. Right here, we got the Punisher. This is just, I ordered a bunch of different pieces, bunch of different places. The vest came off of eBay. The guns, all that, they came from some pack. The head came from somebody else. The shirt came from somebody else. I took all that shit, you combined it, and it made a pretty badass looking Punisher figure. I'm very satisfied with this one. I love how all the different packs and weapons and guns and knives all over this bitch. Right there, the one hand, I think that came from the Storm Shadow G.I. Joe figure. But yeah, he came together nicely. I definitely needed a Punisher. Right here at 35, we got Panther. And this guy right here, I mixed him up with the Gray Stratos body. And I took the Primal Age Panther. I stripped down everything that I could, which was the straps on the chest, the belt, his weapons, the one thing around his one arm, that's just a little tie piece of metal thing. It worked out perfect. Right here on the back, the belt went together pretty nice and neat. Try to keep all the seams perfect. I had to put the sleeves one by one, glue it to the body. That head, I had to work magic. Because them heads, they have no neck. So I had to make it work. But it went on there a lot better than I thought. Up next, we got Luke Cage. We moving on to some MK figures right now. This one, just like with a lot of them McFarlane bodies, if you could find that the shit comes off, just like a shirt or something, and you can take it off that body, you put it in the hot water, and you can squeeze that bitch on a Motu body. I did that with a lot of figures you'll see, and it makes it look perfect. You know what I'm saying? It makes it look like it came like that. Just by maxing the colors up, you'll come out all right. Right here, the Raiden figure. I took them Primal Age Raidens. I stripped his ass down with everything that I could. I took the one John Cena body, and I mixed the arm with the Samurai, top part of the arm to make it look like the electricity is flowing through that bitch. Came out good. I ended up coloring in the top part of the neck black, just so when I put the vest on, everything matched out perfect. With that electric on the body, I love the way how this one came out. Look at the electric on that bitch. I could use that on other figures. I'll probably keep it on him. I had to glue everything, like I said. The glue is your friend. You just use enough, and everything will work out. Raiden is a good figure. With this Scorpion figure right here, some people said I was crazy for doing it because the figure that I used to make him, he was one of them more of an expensive figure, but I was lucky to find just the head and just the vest part on eBay. And that's all my ass needed. I had the rest covered. Very simple custom. I took the hands off of what? Ghost Rider. One of them flame effects. I had another flame effect. I don't know where I put that bitch. But with the straps right here, I had to work that down so much because that shit was so thick. Right there, you see I glued the Palace Guard armor on there. I need a little matte spray to get them little corners and see a little white on there. That'll fix that right up. Right here, we got Sub-Zero. Right here on the bottom part, I used it as a cable figure, Marvel Legends, that I took them leg shins from. Just like with the Raiden figure, I used them John Cena arms right there on him because, you know what I'm saying? The one Sub-Zero, he's got them half-frozen arms. Right there, that dot right there, that was a mess up because I had to thin it down a whole bunch to get that shit on there to bend right. You gotta do what you gotta do. I like how it came out. Right here on the back, you can see how I sewed it together. Everything looked nice and neat. Going up, working our way up the body. I gave him them straps from one of them wrestling figures. Weapons from a Primal Age figure. That's it. Baraka. This one was made from one of those McFarlane figures. Right there, the bottom part of the leg, I colored it in to match how the figure looked. That shit came out good. Same thing with the feet. Other than that, I took the arm straps from Ultimate Warrior. I have so many goddamn Ultimate Warriors for them straps. His blades went on there pretty easy. And the clothes right there, I squeezed it on the body. Sometimes they have extra shit. You gotta cut down on the inside of it, you know what I'm saying, to make this shit fit. But going up the body to the back, everything looks seamless. The head gave me no trouble at all. Baraka looks like a bad-ass figure. I love how he came out. Right here we got Kratos. This one right here. Oh my God, I'm so happy. The chains right there, I can easily take the top part of that chain. Those are the ones that you can bend and move it however. The mother chains, I glued it to the arm. I worked it with the bottom part. I took his feet off the body. I used the buck from the samurai. I had the eye out coloring it in. I took all the accessories I could from Kratos. And that shit looks good. I know the face 100% don't match with the body. I don't got time for all that. Yeah, I could have gave a little Mr. Spray paint, but nah. It looks good like this. I was able to work out the parts of the boots, glued it on there so it looked right. I glued that shit on the back, worked all the paint in there. Probably could have went with a little bit of darker color. But hey, I did good for ironing that shit out. You only get one chance when you got a freehand shit. And I knocked it out. This one, instantly in my top 5 figures out of anything that I made. This McFarlane figure that I broke down, I had to take all the pieces that I could. The belt, I had to freehand that white, you know what I'm saying, the whole white shit on the chest. It looks good enough for me. There's some parts I would have changed, but I like that shit. Right here you can see I got different capes for him. I actually got a big ass cape too. Long as shit. I'm not putting in this video. I'd had to put him on the top of Castle Grayskull to be able to display. I gave him a rocket launcher because Spawn, he's just a badass. He comes with a whole bunch of shit. Without the cape on the back, I had to work them bottom legs so much with the Dremel. You had to shorten them up, Dremel them out, and you fit them on right over the boots. Right there, you see I glued everything on. The sleeves, they fit nice. I eyed out the back color, and it's perfect. Beast Boy of 43, very easy custom. Right there, he's got the underwear part from Snout Spout. Same thing with the torso. Same thing with the straps on the vest. He's got the whiplash arms and legs. The head, it came from it was in a pack, it was at I forget the figure's name, but the head came with the figure. I like this custom. Right here, Oliver Queen Arrow, one of my favorite shows. I had to make him. Right there, the bottom part, you know, trap jaw pants. Everybody got them pants. I took the Triclops vest, colored it in green. Right there, the arms came from the Masters of the WWE Ricky Steamboat figure. Working our way on the back, I took some random backpack, quiver backpack that I got off of eBay. Worked out perfect. Tried to color match it, and that's it. So with 45, I had to make Prisoner Oliver Queen. I bought the figure for the bow, and then he had the head right there. And since I had the other head on the other figure, I wanted to keep it like that. So I figured this one would look good as a Prisoner of Eternia, you know what I mean? So, being a Prisoner of Eternia, they kept his ass damn near butt-ass naked. So because of that, it was very easy to keep this figure simple with accessories, and that's it. Right here at number 46, we got Cyborg. And this one, I took the Roboto body, and I colored it all in silver. You know what I'm saying? The arms, the legs, them little dot things right there, they used to be tan. I colored them in red, glued them onto the body, glued some more onto the back. That's all I need to do. This figure looks good just the way it is. That head, I think, is one of the Mezco heads. I love me some Mezco heads. Right here, Martian the Manhunter. I took a Palace Guard body. I took some of them shoes from one of them Sunman figures, colored them in. Working our way up, you got the Snout Spout underwear. Right above that, you got the Space Sumo vest. I colored that bitch in red, and I ordered that cape off of eBay. It was some custom cape just for the Martian the Manhunter figure. I glued that to the Space Sumo vest. He's done. Right here, we got Captain Atom. This figure, I used the Rey Mysterio buck, and I ended up taking the color off of anything that it had color on, goof off. Use it sparingly, but the shit gets the job done. For the arms, I colored in one of them Sunman arms silver. You hit it with the mat, it makes everything blend just nicely. It looks like it came like that. Had the water slide on the front. Custom made that for me. Much appreciated. And that's it. Right here we got Prisoner Superman. This custom was a very easy custom to do. Another one of them McFarlane figures that if you can see that all the shit will come off the body, you put it on there, it works perfect. I ain't have to color in nothing on him. I'm very happy with this one. It looks like I bought it like that. You know what I'm saying? Right there on the back, the cape, I had to cut it down just a tiny bit because them figures, are a little taller. But other than that, shit, I would buy this figure. Right here we got Hawkman. Another very easy custom. Only thing I had to color was them boots, them Caldor boots right there. Mankind pants. I forget who the buck came from. One of them wrestler bucks. Ultimate Warrior sleeves right there. Colored them in brown. And other than that, I took all the pieces off that McFarlane figure and I put it on his ass. The wings right there, I had to cut them bitches down because they was too long. You see that shit? But I still tried to make it look right. And the wings do work. They can, see them saying, flap around. They don't flap around too much, but they in there good. Just make sure you're careful when you put the drill hole through the body. At 51, we got Shazam. This was another easy custom to make. Very minimal color I had to do. Just had to color them Caldor boots. There's a couple figures that got red legs. And also the red top. Off the bat, that's from King Randor. The belt went on there good. I was able to get the pieces for the chest off of there. Same with the cape. I had to cut down the cape. You know what I'm saying? A nice little bit. Because it was way too long. I like it just like that. He's still able to stand. He still looks badass. I really fuck with him. Black Adam. I love this figure. He looks extra badass. Right there with the boots, I did what I could. And I took what I could take off of that figure. Put it on him. The sleeves and the hands I took from the McFarlane figure. Worked real good. Same thing with the vest. Now the chest part, I colored it in with the black permanent marker and left just enough space so the neck is exposed. I know it's not the same color, but that's not the head I had on this figure. I used the head that it came with, but then when I had the rock head, I had to switch it up. His ass is Black Adam. Right here at 53, we got Lobo, another DC McFarlane mashup. I took everything that I could off that body. He's got the Brian Watt pants for the top part. I glued the knees on there, the shin guards. I took the chain, put it there in his hand. Belt came off. He's got the Fiend vest right there on him. That's the vest I want to use for John Kreese, Cobra Kai. You know what I'm saying? But I only had a couple Fiend figures. Them bitches are kind of rare. Working our way up to the back, you can see how the belt went on there pretty easy. The head, I had to do some finagling. You know what I'm saying? To get it on there. A little super glue, it worked out. Classic Riddler with his flamboyant looking ass. He's got the snout spout drawers on. A hand drawn, the question mark on there. This head, that's the smallest I will go with putting a head on one of these Motu bodies. I wanted to go for a little Richard Simmons type of look for him. That was the only Riddler that I had at the time, but we could do better. I got the Riddler right here, my hood version of Riddler. He looks badass. I like the Ultimate Warrior sleeves on him. I had to give him that. The shirt and stuff, that came from a different Riddler body. The head came from a McFarlane Riddler body. He's got on the $1 Million Man pants. I just cut the white shirt off, which made it look like, you know what I'm saying, his underwear is right there in the pants. Y'all seen it. Right here we got Metallo. This came from the Roman Reigns figure, the chest part, and I cut a hole right in there. and I had these rocks. It looked like kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? So I hit it with the gloss paint just on the rock. And that's what gave it that kind of shine. He got the Brian Watt pants. He's got a Horde Trooper arm. Other arm came from Roman Reigns. Just so it matched with the neck. That's it. Right here we got Bizarro. This is another easy custom. Color swap change with the boots. I drew on the belt right there. The water slide, I put it on the chest. I took the hands and the head from the McFarlane Bizarro figure. Put it on there. Came out perfect. He's ready to fight. The cape, I ordered that separate off of eBay. And I love this cape because it's got the wires in it. Right here we got Harley Quinn, the only female figure that I made out of all these 90 figures. I like how she came out. The color swap, since she's just got simple colors, to be able to pull it off on her. Wow. You see, Heman likes that shit. Right there on the back, yeah, I probably could have gave her another coat on the body of white. But I'm cool the way it is. I don't like fucking with female figures, but I'm glad that I made this one. It's good. Right here we got Scarecrow. Another very easy custom. I took the clothes off the McFarlane body, put it on his ass. I'm just trying to get a better view for you of the gauntlets right there. The arms came from Anti-Eternia He-Man. I just colored in with the black marker. I missed a little spot right there. Other than that though, regular wrestling boots. Black buck for the pants. Went together easy, neck went on, no problems. Minimal finagling. I got that little sickle right there that came from just random accessories that I ordered off eBay. Always try to look out for them lots of accessories when you make customs. Right there on the back, you can see I stretched that bitch out so much that it almost broke. Well, it broke right there on the one side. You see right there with the lights on. You see how the other straps is on there? You gotta be careful when you're squeezing that shit on these Motu bucks. Right here we got the Penguin. And I like this figure because he's a small, fat little figure. I took the rattler leg, I put it right there on that earthquake underwear part. He got the earthquake top part of the body. You know what I mean? Because he's a fat little guy. And right there, that head came from a DC McFarlane figure. The jacket that came from, I think it was the Brian Watt WWE figure. I really fuck with him. Right here we got Captain Cold. Once again, another fairly easy custom to do with getting the pieces from the McFarlane body. I took the head. The head took a lot of finagling. That ain't no normal head. The belt, other than that, the body though on this one is basically Hordak's body, colored in the sleeves. I took the top part, I was able to put that on the sleeves from that figure. I had to cut it down, Dremel it, do what you gotta do to get them pieces off the body. The cape part right there, I cut it down just a little bit. You know what I mean? I had to. I try to cut it in a way that it makes it look natural. Right there, you can see everything looks nice and neat on the back. Another good figure. Deathstroke. Instantly in my top 10 figures. This is the Arrow version. I was able to strip a lot of shit off of that body. The knee pads, the shin pads. Luckily, the knife right there came in it real easy. The straps for the gun, that went on there pretty good. The arm stings right there. Let me get a little close in there. You can see everything. I just glued it on there. Nice and neat. You know what I'm saying? Dremel down what you need to dremel down. But trust me, anytime you connect a piece on the body, you're going to probably have to dremel something. Because they usually have it connected in whatever it came from with an extra plastic piece. Right there, the chest part, that shit went on real good. But just make sure you heat it up, put it in the hot water, let it sit for like a minute, and then work real fast. Just know that shit's gonna be real hot. Now we're gonna work our way into the Bat family, starting off with Tim Drake Robin. These pieces came from a McFarlane figure. I took the buck from Snout Spout, I ended up working, coloring in the hands and the arm, top part of the arms. The water slide, I had that custom made. That shit came out real nice. The cape right there, I had to cut it down like always and make sure to keep your cuts the same how they had it so it looks legit. That's it for him. Right here we got Nightwing, another figure that I made from some DC McFarlane pieces. The belt right there, I think that came from somebody else, I'm not sure, I forget. But that went on there pretty easy. Now that came from that figure. You see that shit? Try to keep everything clean. You can tell when I colored in with black marker. I need to put a little bit more of a spray matte on that shit. It'll dull it out. That vest, oh my goodness. I had to squeeze it on there real tight. It went on there good though. Yeah, matter of fact, shit, I forget. If the belt came with it or not, I don't know. But other than that, very easy custom to do, easy to work with all black. Right here in my top 10, the red hood. It's just something about this figure that just looks extra decent to me. I don't know. The red hood is an interesting character. I love the mask. All I had to do was just take the sleeves off that figure. I took the head and I took the emblem and that was it. Right there, that vest that he's got on the body, that came from the Fiend figure. I just had to color that bitch in brown. Match right up with how the figure looks. But for the most part, like I said, this is in my top 10. He looks badass to me. Right here, another one in my top is Ben Affleck Batman. One of my favorite Batman. Very easy one to make. Hordak body. I colored in the sleeve part, the dark blue, the emblem and the head. I got that in a lot. They had a whole, a lot on eBay. Had a whole bunch of different random pieces. Even the belt that he had on that came from a random Batman figure. The cape, I ordered that off of eBay, and it worked out perfect. Right here, in my top 3, Michael Keaton Batman. Another easy custom to do, keep him all black. Right there, I glued the bottom part of his little thing on the boot. I was able to take the belt off, the neck and the emblem. That took a lot of finagling. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to look perfect. So I was able to slide the neck with a lot of dremeling over top of the existing Motu neck. The head went on there, pretty much no problems, you know what I mean? I even took the little gauntlet things and I put it on his hands. There it is. You see that shit? I used the ninja arms and I just colored in the top part black because the bitches be red on the bottom. The neck looks perfect. At number 67, we got Batman Beyond. This figure, I used some DC McFarlane pieces. Just the belt, the little cape thing and wings. I took them gauntlet things and I cut it off just to be able to glue it on there, you know what I mean? This time I cut it really thick when I put it on there. The emblem, I was able to work that on the body. And right here on the back, I put the other pieces that came off that figure so when you open up the wings, it'll hook its ass to the arms. Look at that shit. Oh, I love this figure. Definitely in the top 10. I always loved that show growing up, Batman Beyond. Look how it looks from the front. It's perfect. Right here, another perfect looking figure. Barbarian Batman. The DC McFarlane pieces came off that body pretty easy. The hardest part was them leg parts at the bottom. I had to cut them down a lot, dremel them bitches out to be able to finagle it over the bottom part of the Motu leg, just like several other figures that we just went over. The Ultimate Warrior sleeve part works with everybody. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do, you just glue what you need to it, color it in the right color. That's it. I cut down the cape, went on pretty easy. Finagling on the head, you know what I'm saying, minor. It's perfect. Right here, I made this custom bat Skeletor. I had that head right there. I seen that figure in Walmart and I knew that should look like Skeletor's head. Batman mashup. So I colored the eyes in red. And I just made a Skeletor body. You know what I mean? A couple different Skeletor pieces. Bada bing, bada boom, that's it. Right here we got Joker Batman. This one, I really like this figure. I like that he looks crazy. I just like the Motu body in general. All the definition, it makes it look decent. I used the, what body was it? Webstore. Yeah, Webstore's body. The boots came from Snout Spout. And other than that, I took the head, the emblem, and the belt, put it on his ass. I ordered a custom cape off of eBay. I always try to get the ones with the wires when you can, but sometimes without the wires look good too. Depends on the figure. Right here we got Jokerized Batman. Another easy custom Hordak body. Regular boots I put on his ass. I took the chest emblem, glued it on there. The neck I colored it in purple so it would match, you know, kind of with the callus, the closest purple I got. I tried to use that in the sleeves. That's it. The cape went on there. I cut that bitch down just like every other McFarlane cape. One last thing I wanted to show you on him. I took the little spike parts on the, on the gauntlets, and I put it on his ass. And that shit looks good. Right here, I got a custom demon Batman that I just made up with random pieces that I had. That head came with some McFarlane figure. It was just the head and the builder figure, and I knew I wanted to use it for something. I took a Skeletor vest and I colored it in right, you know what I mean? Put the bat on there with the right color so it stands out. And then right there in the mouth, as you can see when it opens up, it's all bright and white. So I knew I wanted it, the whole figure to be black. I took a random cape that I ordered off eBay, put it on his ass, finished him up with the mosquito arms, and that's it. He's ready to go. 73, the Batman Who Laughs. This is one of the most recent customs that I've done. I love how it came out. This bitch took me forever. Forever. I mean, when I say forever, I gave up and came back to it. Messing with it for at least like an hour just to get the top part of that body together. That shit was tough. I had to squeeze the torso through the neck. Imagine that shit. Oh my goodness, it was so tight. But luckily, just, you gotta be persistent. Put it in the hot water, work it around, keep stretching it out, and just make sure you don't break it. It came with some wings, but I ain't trying to do all that. I like him just like this. He's going in my top 10. The last group of figures we're gonna look at is we're gonna look at some Motu figures, you know what I'm saying? Ones that could work with the Origins figures. This one right here, we all know who it is, Space Ace. This one came from that Masterverse Vicron figure. I wanted to make one of each, and this is how I did with him. Right here, I used the, the 2000X Heman buck, just so I can have everything match with the proper colors. You know what I mean? It's very important to get your colors right. At number 75, we got Tank Man. And out of all three of these figures that came from Vicron, this is probably the easiest one to customize to an Origins buck. You know what I'm saying? All the pieces strap on there, no problems with the arms, with the legs, with the chest, even with the head. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you use the Vicron head because it helps hold it on the helmet better. Right here to follow him up with Vicron, I had to do a little bit of finagling on the wrists. You know what I mean? Because they're, you know what I'm saying, real tight. I had to wear them out just a little bit just to squeeze it on there. But other than that, this is simple part swap. And you got yourself a new figure. Right here, we got Space Skeletor. And for the bottom part of these feet, I took the, you know what I'm saying, the Masterverse one. I cut off the top part of his boots. And then I glued it right there to them, you know what I'm saying, them trap jaw type legs. And then finished it up with the feet from the figure, along with the belt. And then right there, I colored in the underwear part silver. I put the vest on him right there. The cape went on real easy. The head zero finagling. It's Space Skeletor. Right here, we got the Ghost Serpent King. And yes, I still have the string on his ass because right after this video, he's going right back up on the hook. I took the different armor pieces from the 2000X Skeletor, the Snake Armor He-Man and the Snake Armor Skeletor. Gave it that, you know what I'm saying, nice coat of green. Did that top part in purple. And that head came from one of the Mezco figures. Colored that in green. The cape, that's one of them capes that I ordered off eBay. Same one I got on Ben Affleck Batman. I really like this figure. The scared glow body took all the marks off him with goof off. That's it. 79 Count Marzo. This figure, I seen the classics figure, and I knew I had to make his ass. I colored in them Kelder boots. Right there, he's got the 2000X King Randor top part of the torso, and I coded the gauntlets the right color. I cut down the cape because the bitch was too long. The head went on there, minor finagling, and that was it, folks. You got Count Marzo. Right here, I love this figure. Number 80, we got Badra. The body was made from the Spike Ore figure, and then I ended up having I don't even know what color the chest was, but I spray painted that bitch purple. Luckily, it was like a plum purple, I think. Other than that, colored in other pieces that I need to color in, gold. That's it. The vest part that came from the John Cena figure, I took the logo off with some goof off. The head came from the Masterverse figure. Right here from that same Masterverse figure, I made Tuvar, put the head on his body. I had them color-coded and everything, the right color. The boots came from, what was it, Snake Armor Heman. Other than that, very easy custom to do. I love the twins. Up next, we got the Horde Commander. And this set, I bought off Elite Customs when I was at a toy con. It came with the belt, it came with the vest, and it came with the head. Other than that, I just color code matched it the way I thought would look right to me. And his ass looks like a Horde Trooper. Right there, there's a little crack, as that bitch was so hard to get on the body. Elite Customs, I was struggling with this bitch so hard that I cracked it, but it's still good to me. The legs, I gave him the little thicker part of the bottom legs to give him a little more height. Right here, we got 83 Trader. I wanted to try to mix some pieces that I don't usually use. So I took the leech body, I took the Undertaker's legs, I colored the bottom part green, worked my way up, I put the, that head came from a Marvel Legends figure. It was in a Build-A-Figure, and since I had that head, I'm like, you know what? I got something for his ass. I colored it in green to match with the bottom part of the legs. Working our way up the back. It looks good. This figure, to me, it looks like it could be Clamp Champ's brother that ended up just going the wrong path and working for the Horde and working for the Snake Men. But that's it for him. Right here we have Lord Nutchin. And this was a set that I bought off Elite Custom. The belt, the chest piece, and the head. And I know it's from another figure from a different line. But to me, his ass is Lord Nutchin all day. Right here on the back, everything looks good. Elite Customs, you did a great job on that vest. At 85, we got Captain Saber. And this is the name I just made up just right here while I was making this video. This custom was one that just missed the cut in the last video. I hope I didn't put him in the last video, I'm not sure. But in any case, this was just something that I just had random pieces, put them together to see how it comes out. And all in all, it's a random Tiger figure. I can see him fucking with the Thundercats. You know what I'm saying? Right here we got Ace of Aviation. This figure, I got the head just over the weekend at Toy Con, Retro Con. You know what I mean? That and a few other heads and figures that we about to show. He looks like he could be friends with Stratos. That's why I gave him the clothes. It looks like Rocket Raccoon to me, kinda. You know what I'm saying? He's giving them vibes, but he just looks like an ace. So that's why I gave him that name, Ace. Up next, we got Vanguard. Another one of them custom heads that came right from the con. Man, oh man, I need some more figures like this. I'd army build this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He looks good like that to me. I used the, what was that? The Goldberg armor for the Masters of WWE, mixed with the Snake Armor He-Man, different pieces of the armor on the bottom. The legs, I gave him 2 normal legs, kept the feet the same. That was it. Right here we got Dive Bomb. There was a couple y'all out there that suggested this name. Daniel, you were one of them, and you also suggested a couple other names that we're gonna go over in a second. But this figure right here, he looks like he works with Zodak, you know what I mean? But he's also a creature from down below. I'm thinking about bringing him in the stories. It was an easy custom. Once I seen the head, I didn't want to color or nothing, so I kept him with the stinkcore body, just because it matched with the head. Other than that, easy custom. Up next, we got Terrorak, the Demon King. This one I was kind of struggling on, as I had the head and I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with this head? I already had the Diablo body set, and I was thinking about putting it on that, but I'm like, nope. So I ended up going with the Mosquito body. Right there, the bottom part of the arms, they came from some master of the WWE figure, I forget what his name is. And then right there with the back with the Triple H cape, even though it hangs off, you know what I'm saying, a little bit different, I like how his body is shaped. He just looks like he came like that. Right here, at number 90, we got Diablo. This figure looks really good to me. It reminds me of like that Ghouls and Ghosts game, you know what I mean? Like the one figure on the front of the package or whatever on the box. He looks like that. I'm thinking there's a red demon on there. If not, I guess I'm mistaken. I ended up using the Lords of Power buck for this body. I took the Jitsu armor, a Hordak cape, glued it to the back, and it looked good to me. And that's it, folks. Wait, we got one more left. This custom I just made an hour ago. Dolph Lundgren He-Man. Look at this shit right here. It came out perfect. I worked my way up the body. I cut everything down that I could get off that ugly-looking Masterverse figure. Working our way up to the creme de la creme, the Ramen Toys Dolph Lundgren He-Man head. Even though it's for the Masterverse body, I wasn't able to get the other head that came on, you know what I'm saying, for the Origins. I don't give a shit. This looks good like that. Right here, getting a close-up of the back, you can see I put some different little leather-type straps on both legs and both arms, just like how the figure has. I ended up using the necklace from the Promo Age figure, the Batman one, and I cut that shit down and used the straps. I was so glad to be able to add this figure in this video to help cap it off. Well, goddamn, folks, we finally made it to the end. We went through all 90 figures, plus an extra one. And I got them here all in front of your ass. I did all these figures within a 2.5 month period of time. And during the process, it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend anybody that's into this hobby, collecting Motu, and you want to add more to the line, make them bitches. It's easy. I cannot stress how much it's easy to make custom figures. And don't overthink it. That's the main thing. Use common sense when you do these figures. Remember, black permanent marker is your friend. Use your super glue sparingly, but make sure you got it on there. Make sure you got your matte spray to finish up the character at the end. Those helpful tips right there. And a Dremel. A Dremel is your best friend to the end. You will be making figures just like this. Just don't overthink it, folks. The only thing I gotta do left with all these figures is find a place to put them, because I'm not trying to do no action figure abuse on all these beautiful ass figures. Not ever again. I do got something I can put them in, which I'm gonna show you right now. Here's where all my other figures are. I know that's action figure abuse going on in here. They ain't, you know what I'm saying, how they should be. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna end up putting a shelf on the wall and having them all up there. But that's another time. We done spent over an hour going through each one of these figures. Once again, I appreciate y'all coming on this journey with me. And I hope I inspired y'all to make some figures of your own. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go over the results on who won that Moss Man. Good luck. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like what you saw, do my ass a favor and drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It ain't gonna hurt you, is it? Come on now. Go ahead and hit the button. I know you have to hit the button. Hit that goddamn button, drop a like. All right, I'm out of here.